Okay, so I'm going to be sharing the 5th design in my holiday nail collection, and this design is going to be called A Night at the Nutcracker Ballet. So I'm going to be freehanding this whole thing using acrylic paint. I almost said nail polish there. And I'll have everything linked below. On one of the screens in this video, there will be the name of the polishes in one of the screens here. I just can't remember where it was in this video. So I feel like when it comes to the holiday season, for me personally, I always have to do like a Nutcracker themed design because I feel like that's iconic, like, element of the holidays. I may not be a huge fan of the actual movie or the play, but I love the music. Like the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies, I think it's called, is one of my all-time favorite like melodies from the music or from the actual movie. And I realized as I was doing this editing here, I completely forgot to add the teeth to the Nutcracker. I actually had, when I was freehanding this, I had a photo on my tablet that was like a cartoon Nutcracker so that I could try to get this as realistic as I possibly could. So for the next nail, I'm going to be freehanding a few snowflakes. This is supposed to be the scene of, I believe it's the land of the snowflakes. I don't know the exact terminology for that land. I just know that it is snowflakes. So I wanted this really pretty dark sapphire blue with the white snowflakes on top. That is one of my favorite things to do, like during winter in general. It is such a beautiful contrast of colors, and I absolutely love it. So when it comes to doing this design or any nail art design, always do what works best for you. If you prefer to stamp something, if you prefer to use a decal, if you prefer to use a sticker, if you prefer to use a nail wrap, go ahead and do so. So I'm going to also be doing one nail that's inspired by the land of the Sugar Plum Fairy or the land of the sweets. So I just wanted this to be very simple, and I only did 2 lollipops and 2 candy canes. And I'm going to come back to this nail, and I'm going to be adding detail to the inside of each lollipop, as well as I'm going to be adding the actual Sugar Plum Fairy because I felt like you have to add her into a Nutcracker design. So next up is going to be the Christmas tree. Now, one question I have for everyone: does anyone else have a hard time drawing Christmas trees? Because I feel like sometimes I do really good at it, and I feel like sometimes I do really bad at it. And if you have a hard time drawing stars, I would recommend drawing the basic shape of an X and then adding an extra prong in at the top. And that's how I draw stars, and they're very easy for me. Just wanted to share that little tip. Just adding the detail to the little presents here. Obviously, like, you can add as much detail to this as you want. I wanted to keep everything somewhat detailed and somewhat simple at the same time, so that it's simplistic yet, I guess you could say simplistic meets like intricate at the same time. So I'm going to be adding the inside to the lollipops. You can obviously make these whatever flavors you want. I just chose to go with the opposite colors for each one here. And then, like I said, I decided that I wanted to add the Sugar Plum Fairy at the end of this. So obviously I had to do the Evil Mouse King. And when I first originally drew him, I was not happy with it because I felt like there wasn't enough detail on him. So I chose to add like some detail to his robe, I'm going to say, and then add his cloak, I guess you could call it, as well as a sword. I believe it's called a cloak. I'm adding his little belt here. Alright, so now I'm going to be adding the Sugar Plum Fairy. And I realized after I had done this and after I edited this video, when I'm watching this for this voiceover, I sort of drew her to look like a pink version of Tinkerbell, but with purple hair. But she's actually really cute on this nail, so. I also realized that if I added a red dress, I would have been the fairy godmother from Shrek. So I'm going to be adding a top coat, and that was it for the 5th design in my holiday nail art collection.